So, thank you for tuning in to Culture Fix. Today, I am joined by one of my favorite guests. He's back. It is the brilliant Max Ehrich, who has just released his new single, LAX. Max is here to talk about the new track and also a new TV role in the Bay. So, Max, thank you so much for joining me. Nice to see you again.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me. Yeah. Last time we chatted, it was during Backroads.
Yeah, yeah. So, am I right in thinking that was 2023?
That was 2023. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
And
it's been years.
a lot has happened since then. Obviously, we're all kind of thinking about LAX now, which is nice, kind of smooth R&B pop. I would say it's the best you've sounded on a record. I think it sounds really good. Can you talk to me a wee bit about the message?
Yeah, well, it's really nice of you to say. Yeah, I actually made that record when I was just in like a really fun place, and I really wanted to put out a really genuine record that lifted people's spirits and also shared with the world like where I was at mentally and energetically. And it's really just like a really fun place. I just really wanted the song to make people feel good, make people dance. I'm currently in that chapter of my life. I'm just like having fun and enjoying every moment. Life is
Yeah,
so precious, and I think it's really important that we just like focus on all the great things and all the miracles that happen and the little things every day. So LAX is for me just while it might not feel lyrically like the most like intricate piece, it also for me represents a really pivotal chapter of my life that I'm excited to be in right now.
yeah. It's funny you mentioned that sense of like fun, and it's kind of carefree, isn't it? Like you
Yeah.
can tell listening to it that like you're having fun doing this.
Yeah, yeah, it's a lot of fun. Yeah. It's a little unexpected for some people. Like I've had people be like, I've turned it on and people will be like, that's not you.
Yeah.
Like that, they don't believe that it's me on the record. Um, just because there's, I guess, just different elements to myself that some people know, and I'm a very, sometimes, introverted kind of person. That song is very just like super swaggy, kind of like fun, high energy. So, yeah, it's cool.
So you obviously co-wrote and co-produced the track as well. How was that experience from like a creative point of view? Like, do you kind of feel like your production skills are constantly getting better? Because I think in this track it seems like that.
Yeah, I remember like being in the studio, and the person who started the beat, his name is Greg Edwards. He's a fantastic producer. He did Give Me a Hug for Drake,
Oh wow.
uh, like the beginning sample. He sampled that, and I remember we were in the studio and we were like playing around with some beats, and there was a more like mellow one, and I just like nothing. We were just sitting there, and I was just like, nothing is coming, just nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm not one to force anything. I'd rather not put out a record for like 2 years than like force something.
Yeah.
Like I just don't think like anything should ever be forced. Like unless it just, some people can attest to that. But long story short, once he played this beat, it just like I don't know, it just like spilled out.
Yeah.
That's how it just happens sometimes. You wrote that song in one night, yeah, in like an hour. It's like so quick.
So
Yeah.
you mentioned obviously working with Greg. How do you kind of choose the people that you're working with now? Is it friends? Is it people that you kind of meet and you think, oh, it'd be cool to connect in the studio? Or like, how do you go about choosing your collaborators?
So this was actually the same team that worked on Backroads with
Oh,
me.
nice.
Yeah, so we all had like a really great synergy. So I wanted to capture lightning in a bottle again. So
Yeah.
and this one definitely it feels like that. And yeah, now I'm just excited about like what's next and whatnot.
So are you thinking like music wise, LAX is maybe going to be kind of one of a few releases this year, or are you just going to kind of take it and see how the year goes?
Yeah, it's interesting. in the beginning of the year, I wasn't quite sure exactly where I wanted to go musically or like how much I wanted to put out. But right now, I'm in a place where obviously I'm going to start filming the series The Bays, so I need to focus on that intensely. So it's really going to come down to you know, going through my catalog of songs that I've already recorded. And also, there's one other record that I want to lay down this week that I'm really excited about. And
Cool.
so, yeah, I'd like to put out a body of work for sure. I just want to put out a body of work that's along the same lines of LAX, really just like a feel good EP.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
none of the
like
mel-
the fact that you say you don't want to force it, and actually, if it feels right, put it out. If it doesn't, don't. Because actually, at the end of the day, it's you that's in control of that. And actually, if it doesn't feel good to you, don't put it out. And I think the fans would rather wait for something that you're happy with, and then they
Yeah,
probably enjoy that more.
I think so. I would imagine so. Um, yeah, and then like, especially like promoting it. Like if you're not like about it, then like
Yeah.
what's the
You need to talk about the song for a while, so you better like it.
yeah, for me at least, like, it's not like the only form of artistic expression I have. So for me it's like a very personal thing. Like obviously I have to like characters and things. So if I'm gonna put something out, I wanna really vibe with it. And I wanna be excited to like show people it. Have people come in my car and listen to it, like drive around to it. Yeah.
I love the fact that you also released Thank You and Can't Forget Her Now. Like, it was nice of you to kind of revisit these kind of moments from a different period in your life. What was the kind of the choice behind that?
Um, Honestly, what it came down to is I am always singing "Thank You" because I just like really love singing that song. It's one of my favorite songs I made in Nashville years ago, and just so many times I've had people be like, "Where can I hear this?" And I'm just like, "Oh, it's not like oh, like I just never put it out." And so I was just like, "Let me just put this out
Yeah.
so that it's just like there, so that I can just play this and it be like." Uh, and if people want to listen to it, then they can go stream it somewhere. And then with Can't Forget Her Now, the same thing. Like even that music video, like I put it on my social media. I never uploaded it to YouTube, and it's just like why? Like you made this piece of art, like just put it out. And even though, but for me, I was like, I don't know, like they didn't feel like I can't explain. Like I didn't even promote them hard. I just wanted them to be out there. I just wanted them to be on the platform so that like they're there.
Yeah. And it's nice to actually have them there because, as you say, they are like fan favorites. People like these tracks, so it's good that they're there.
Okay, are they? I don't even know.
Let's talk the Bay because I know obviously like we can't say too much. But how are you feeling about the show, about signing on to it?
Yeah, I'm feeling really excited and grateful. I have an amazing cast, an amazing creative team. How it all even came together is a huge blessing. Am just, um, I just feel really lucky because, it's very rare that you find a group of people that you actually are excited to, um, I don't know, like organically work with. And it just is something that came to me during the perfect period of time. And, um, you know, my friend Eric Nelson, who I like went to high school with, one of my best friends from like high school, is like one of the stars of the show. There's just so many like synchronicities with it. And the moment I like met the showrunner and some of the main cast, I was just felt like a very like kindred connection to. And so it's going to be really awesome to be creating with them and storytelling with them. And um, it's a really, really interesting role. My character goes through a lot. I'm really excited to dive deep into that. I want to share what happens, but that would just be a waste of just like
Yeah, we can
waste of the
watch.
storyline. Yeah, because it's a really I get to really dive in, which I'm really excited about. So Um, yeah,
So when do you start shooting, or have you already started?
the next couple weeks we
Nice.
start.
So what is your kind of preparation like? Like, do you have kind of strategies for learning your lines? Do you have like a friend that you kind of run lines by, or are you kind of working with the cast already, rehearsing? Like, how does that work?
So we're supposed to get the scripts this week, and then I'm gonna start working with my coach. I'm big about working with like a coach because for me personally, someone that like can like just see it from a different vantage point. Obviously, the moment I get the scripts, I think I've tried literally every single technique of acting, trained at all different schools, have had so many different teachers, and so I go in, I do my thing, but then I also like to have someone else, sometimes two other people, just have perspective, and be able to really give everything because, once it's on the screen, it's on the screen. And I only like to put like 159% out of 100 into stuff. Like I'm just like a firm believer, like if you're gonna do something, like do it all the way. And so, yeah, it's gonna really take over the next 2.5 months of my life.
Wow.
And you know, yeah, I might not be talking to a lot of people. It depends. I need to see like whatever is going to really help me stay in the headspace of my character,
Yeah.
which is why I'm really antsy to read the scripts, is what I'm going to do. Uh,
Yeah, that's an interesting one because it must be quite bizarre to be on set all day and then you come home and you're expected to kind of be normal and unwind, but it must be so hard to get out of that headspace.
yeah, so I like don't subscribe to that. Like for me, like it's like I treat it like an Olympic athlete would treat something like, so I don't want to be, I don't put myself in situations around certain environments where I have to feel like I have to like take off a mask and
Mhm.
unless I really want to, but like I want to have the choice. I don't want to feel like, so if I want to go full method and just be fully in character and tell my closest friends, which I only keep only a very few people very close to me, if I want them to call me by my character name and just stay in my character to an extent, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
I've
Nice.
done it before. It helped. Yeah.
Well, you obviously have a lot of acting credits to your name now, and I'd love to know what type of character is your favorite to play? What do you look for in a good script?
Mm, definitely the depth of a character. Would you repeat the question one more time?
Yeah, so what do you look for in a character? Like when you're kind of deciding that's someone you want to play, what is it that kind of draws you to a role?
Definitely an arc. I mean, I love a character that like has some sort of arc where has some place to go. So it's not just like one note. I also want one that can inspire people. That is always a really a personal favorite. But I honestly can find a love for like any sort of character and try to find a place within myself to relate or at least have compassion for a character. I think the best pieces really like get people to question things. Um, and so a character that can soften people's hearts and make them question things and also kind of like elevate their consciousness. I know that sounds super um, like out there, but I do.
It's good.
I like being a part of projects that do.
Yeah. And
I think art shapes society.
yeah.
So
It should be a mirror, shouldn't it? It should make you question things that maybe you don't question in your everyday life. And a good performance can do that. And a good film or a good series can really get you thinking about your life and the people around you and kind of bigger issues. So yeah, I think it's a good answer. Um, so I can tell just from talking to you, and obviously you've shared you're in a really good place just now. What is keeping you grounded and keeping you feeling good?
Routine. Like I'm big routine guy. I like to go to bed super early. I love to
Yeah.
wake up when the sun is rising. Hit like a workout in the morning, whether that be a hike, whether that be the gym, whether that be um, like a yoga class, and any sort of running, soccer, basketball, any sort of physical activity first thing in the morning. Journal, meditate, pray, read my Bible. I literally have this laptop sitting on a Bible. I have one. And just keeping the right people around me.
Yeah.
I think that's really what it comes down to. I'm really realizing in life that time is the most valuable currency. And so the time that I spend with myself and also with certain people and the time I spend doing anything, I try to be as mindful as possible. I'm trying to not be so distracted by social media. I'll post when I want to share something, but then I kind of do my own thing and try to do what I can to stay inspired and present and grounded. And yeah, there's a lot of, I think routine is everything for me.
I think it's really interesting you mentioned like keeping your social circles small as well, because I think that's such an important factor. And as we get
Just,
older, yeah, you kind of do find that it becomes more it's people that you can pick up the phone and call, and they will be there for anything. And it's nice to have that small, tight-knit group.
yeah, yeah, definitely the whole like quality over quantity for sure. Yeah, I don't care about how being like the most like social butterfly in the world. I feel like I can get along with anyone and I can find a love for anyone. Um, but as I've just been through this walk of life, I've definitely valued my privacy and my just specificity on who I allow like into my world.
Nice. I need to ask, so you mentioned obviously fitness and like part of that routine. You are kind of fitness goals. You're really your kind of dedication and your journey has been really impressive as well. And I know obviously fitness is a big part of your life. How do you fit that in with like a busy lifestyle? Is it like first thing in the morning you just have to dedicate that time, or do you just kind of
Yeah,
find the
first thing
point
in
of
the morning.
squeezing it in whenever?
First thing in the morning. Yeah. And it's so interesting. A lot of people like will even what you just said like fitness goals and people will comment on like my like body and whatnot and it's so interesting because for me I'm also in a place in my life where it's not so exhibitionist-y, where like I care about just like showing, like doing it to like be like, here's my six pack or eight pack or whatever pack, or here's this. It's for me like it's just become such a routine that it's not even like I'm not thinking about like how I look. I'm thinking about like the space it's putting me in. So to answer your question, first thing in the morning
Yeah.
because it just gets me in a zone. I think it's really healthy for you. I've read a lot of studies that it releases a lot of like cortisol, so that like you're the stress hormone that's not healthy for you. It just kind of like flushes it out first thing. So um, and like the endorphins. I mean, you can. There's like countless things. I think the first thing in the morning, even just like a 10-minute walk, I recommend to people. Um, so yeah, I definitely incorporate it every day. I don't think there's a day where I don't do some sort of physical activity.
Um, so obviously the Bay is coming up. I was thinking, is there projects that have come your way that you've said, no, this is not right for me? We're thinking like obviously you've accepted a fantastic one at the moment with the Bay, but what's kind of come your way? Maybe reality TV. Have you had offers that you're like, not for me?
Yeah, actually, yeah, that did happen recently. There's been a few of those, but I would um, not that I like. I guess how do I word this? Um, it's just not. I will do something that feels right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like playing characters. I like making music. Um, and I like inspiring people. So, but yeah, there's been shows, scripted and unscripted, that just weren't a fit and didn't feel like it would like, once again, time is so important to me. It just didn't feel like it was the time to
Yeah.
do. Yeah.
Nice.
And there are things I just don't want to, um, yeah, yeah, never mind.
So we obviously have got some music potentially coming, maybe like a little EP. You've got the Bay coming up. Is there anything else you're excited about in the future that's heading your way that you can maybe tell me about?
Yeah, not that I can tell you about, but there are exciting things. There's a couple exciting things on the TV and film front that I'm excited about, and then obviously my EP I'm really stoked about. So
Nice.
yeah,
Well, Max, I won't take up too much of your time, but it's always amazing chatting to you. And it's lovely to see how good things are going for you just now. And I'm really hopeful and optimistic about the Bay. You'll get that Emmy, and this is going to be good for you.
thank you, brother. Yeah, no, I'm really stoked about that. So yeah,
Nice.
I
Right.
appreciate. Yeah,
Pleasure talking to you.
yeah, likewise, bro.
Bye bye.